Hello, my name is Angela Fricky. I am a student at Unity College, and I will be discussing the effects of drought on mule deer and their nutrition. So you may wonder why you should care about this topic. If you're a hunter especially, this will impact you, and so you should be aware of the effects that drought have on mule deer because it does affect the hunting as well. But the mule deer population is affected by drought and it is depleting faster than it can regenerate. And so this means for hunting especially that you will not find the deer in the areas that you are used to as populated as they normally are during non-drought years. So you may have to go to different areas, move higher up, things like that. The regulations for the hunting season may be different. You may see some areas where they don't allow hunting during droughts. Some areas may have a shorter hunting season to allow the population get back up there where that needs to be for the mule deer. The drought does affect the mule deer's nutrition. Basically, what happens is forbs, these early flowering plants that are not grass, so it's like the beginning sprouting of the flowers that pop up during spring, right at the beginning of spring. These are called forbs. They are the most nutritious part of a deer's diet, and during a drought, they are not as plentiful. So the deer are not able to eat the forbs for as long a period of time or as many, and they are going into winter with like about half the nutrition that they require, and they're starving. In the bucks, we see the nutrients from the forbs that generally go towards the growth of antlers and redirected to fat production on the body so that the deer can survive. And that results in spindly antlers on the bucks during drought years. The pregnant does are also not getting the essential nutrients that they need to carry fawns to full term, so they are miscarrying and they are losing the ability to carry twins as well. Lactating does are not getting proper nutrition to support a healthy milk supply, so this results in fawns' growth being affected also. And the drought does affect the population. As I said before, they do go into winter with less nutrition and are not able to get through the winter and survive it. And this is mainly due to the fact that it is critical that the deer get the nutrition from the forbs in the spring for as long as they can because the food sources are pretty sparse in the winter and the nutritional value of the food in winter it's not really there. And so they really heavily rely on the forbs to get them through to get the fat on the body that they need so that they can be um, able to get through the winter. And the new fawns that are born are seeing a higher mortality rate due to this lack of nutrition. They're dying off a lot quicker, so the new populations are not able to regenerate because the fawns are not surviving. The mule deer are also dying more due to predation, and this is because the effects of dehydration makes them weak, as well as the lack of nutrition from forbs, and so they are not able to get away from the predators as quickly. In efforts to get the mule deer help, we do see things like this rehabilitation center in California that takes in injured and displaced fawns and she rehabilitates them back into the wild. This is a news clip from 2014 when there was a pretty severe drought in California, and it's just kind of talking about the correlation between the drought and the rising numbers of fawns that she is taking in, and we will just look at that. Okay, so that was just a short clip, and it talks about the one of the things that is being done to kind of help the deer during drought, and that it does definitely um, help out during those things. Another thing that we are able to do in order to help is called water guzzlers. It's a water system for wildlife in areas of drought so that they can get some water. Kind of keeps them in the areas that they are accustomed to so that they're not having to migrate so far to get water. They're not dying of dehydration. There's a lot of them in Utah. There's about 900 of them in Utah. And this is just a quick clip of the ones in Utah. So, in conclusion, while we can't do a whole lot about the acts of nature such as drought, we can help alleviate the effects on mule deer that drought has. Obviously, the use of water guzzlers will help ease dehydration. They won't be dying of dehydration. They won't have those symptoms. They will be able to stay in the areas and not migrate so far and use extra energy to migrate up to find more water in different areas. Facilities like the one in California that can help rehabilitate stressed or injured deer also can help preserve the population, make sure that it's not dwindling and able to kind of keep it uh, going up. Hunting according to the regulations, taking into consideration that during the drought years, the deer will have smaller populations. All of this will help ensure that the population is not being depleted faster than we can regenerate and help ensure that our mule deer do not disappear. And this is just a list of references that I used. And so here's a list of my here's a list here's the list of references that I used and helped kind of come up with the information that I used in my presentation. Thank you for your time and for watching this, and I hope that you all have a fantastic day.